welcome to another week with me, Susie Barolo. You know who I am. I am your certified life and wellness coach, and I am here to help us all on this journey of life, and I am grateful that you've tuned in. And this is the final episode. If you've been listening this whole month, we've been working on simplicity and getting, it's summertime here, and sort of simplifying our life so as we can get into some of that summer living. Summer actually can be a time of stress and overwhelm because our schedules go out the door. But if you listened to last week, that's not your problem anymore. So let's listen to this week, which is all on finances. Do you know that more than half the people in the United States worry about money every day? Are you one of them? Let's start, if you are one of them, let's start by looking at your relationship with money, because you don't need to be one of them. If money was a person, how would money say that you treat it if you were in this? It's nice to look at your relationship with money and how do you treat money? Do you respect it? Do you show it attention? How do you speak about it? Do you tell it it's never enough? Do you look for all the amazing things money does for you? Or do you focus on the lack, making it feel like it's never enough and money is just not good enough for you? Do you ignore it when it shows up, like say to pay an electric bill, yet complain and blame it when you can't pay for one of your splurges? Are you like most of us and neglect it? Put off looking at your bills? You choose to not know exactly how much money you have in your savings or your debt accounts? Do you blame money for your actions? This is a good one. How often do you use money to manage your emotions? If you're angry or upset or low on self-confidence, do you use money to feel better and overspend? These are all areas I love to dive into with one-on-one coaching. As you can see, some of these questions are kind of targeted. Like all of life, the results we see in our life are because of the thoughts that we're focusing on. So how big our bank accounts are or are not is directly linked to the thoughts that you're focusing on. The thoughts we focus on create our feelings, and the way we feel drives our inaction, our reaction, our proaction, our resistance. It drives a lot. So the actions we take lead to the results you see in your life. If you want to dig deeper into your relationship with money or your money mindset, I have some questions that you can link to in my blog to help you just dig a little deeper, do some journaling. And of course, I'm always available for one-on-one coaching with you. You can hop on for a free coaching call anytime on my website. But today's blog will help you no matter where you are in your relationship with money. It'll help you bring peace and calm to your life through simplifying your relationship with money. The more structures we have in place to manage our money, the less worry, angst, or anxiety you have in your life. The more we know about the funds coming into our life and the money going out of our life, the calmer we feel, and the more in control of our lives we are, okay? We feel out of control or overwhelmed when we don't know what's going on. And this is interesting because we actually have two conflicting drives happening. We like to feel in control, it's a good feeling, yet our brain is wired to avoid discomfort. And so I would like you to choose to override your brain in this situation to bring yourself some financial peace. We can feel in control of our finances when we know how much money is coming in, how much is going out, how much extra we have each month, and what our plans are for that extra. All those little steps I just told you, reoccur throughout your life. We talk about it with food, we talk about it with relationships. It's to be getting intentional and to look at it. This is a piece of living mindfully or living intentionally. The conflict occurs because our brain avoids and resists discomfort and doing something new. Yet we always feel better when we know the truth. The truth isn't always pretty or uplifting, okay? You might look at your accounts and be like, ugh, but you're wasting so much mental energy thinking about the worst case scenario or what could be or why not just find out, okay? Sitting and worrying about the truth wastes our time and creates low-level stress in our system. So what to do? First, override your brain and look at how much money you have. Look at what you're bringing in, how much you require to live each month. I like to break it into months, and where each of your dollars goes. This will take about 15 minutes. Okay, it seems like a big task. We tend to put it off and I'll do that in December. No, okay? Sit down, do it, and it takes 15 minutes, so you do not need to email me fancy excuses of why you don't have time. That's your first step. Figure out how much you have coming in, how much you have going out, how much you require to live, and where your dollars are going. Okay? Treat money with respect by paying attention to it. Second, let's look at how we handle money functionally in our day-to-day lives by investigating two big areas, our spending and our bills. I loved this quote from Jen Sincero, the author of You're a Badass at Making Money, or yeah, that's exactly what it's called. Habits make up the majority of our behaviors. Laziness is a habit, feeling overwhelmed is a habit, being late is a habit, failure is a habit, success is a habit, patience is a habit, gossiping is a habit, making money is a habit, being broke is a habit, spending when stressed is a habit. Let's take some time, that's the end of the quote. Now it's back to me. Let's take some time to look at your financial habits and make small shifts where necessary. Starting looking at spending. How do you spend your money? Deliberately, intentionally, and mindfully, or impulsively, overindulgently, and recklessly? Here are 3 tools that I use that may help you wherever you are with your spending habits. 1, the 24-hour rule. When shopping online, I never purchase anything in the same day that I put that item in my cart. I will look around at certain stores online and put items in my bin, or I'm not talking comparison shop, like whatever, whichever store I'm in, I'll look at and I'll put things in my bin. But I make the agreement with myself that if I want it, I can go back in 24 hours and purchase it. But right in that moment, I'm not going to purchase it. This helps disrupt any automatic pattern of any hit of dopamine I get and make sure that I'm not spending or buying things instead of feeling an emotion. Like I'm not trying to buffer from my life by spending. It's something that I actually intentionally want or need. When I'm shopping in person, i.e. not online, I get intentional about what I'm looking for and what I intend to purchase before walking in. So for me, this is especially important with places like Target, where I could go in to buy socks and walk out with new patio furniture. Literally, that has happened to me. Embarrassed to say, but it is true. So before going into stores like that, Target or wherever, I consciously stop and ask myself, what am I going into? Like what do I need? What am I telling myself I need? And I like to know sort of time frame of how much time I'm spending in there too. And what I'm looking for and what I intend to purchase. If while I'm in the store, I see something else that my brain tells me I need, I will snap a picture of it, because for some reason I'm thinking I'll forget, like that awesome t-shirt, or, I'll snap a picture. And if I still want it the next day, I'll go back and get it. I'm fine with that. Yes, I'm encouraging you to leave the store without it. You can have whatever tremors you want. Text me your picture, okay? But take a picture of it and then come home and think about it, and you can go back the next day. That's fine. If you spend a day and you're like, yeah, I still really, really need that like pom-pom hat because it looks so cute, well, go get it. That's fine. But you need to be intentional with your spending. Tip number 2, consult. If I am going to purchase something over a certain amount, I first consult with someone that I trust. Right now, the number for me, the amount that I consult with is over $100. That amount varies depending on my spending goals. When I was single, I would consult with my kids before purchasing. Currently, I consult with my partner before purchasing. It needs to be someone that you trust and is just going to listen. I'm not consulting with them to seek their approval. That's important for you to know. Rather, in talking to them and telling them of my intended purchase helps me get really clear on why I'm thinking of purchasing the thing in the first place, and it makes my spending conscious and deliberate. So just give a little bit of thought to who could you consult with and what would your number be. Third tool, cash. Cash is king, right? If you have trouble overspending when you're out on a credit card or something, choose to leave your credit card at home and bring cash instead. When you know you can only spend the amount that you have in your wallet, you spend a lot more consciously. I still love doing this on my errands. It makes me more conscious. Like if I'm at the supermarket and I throw a box of cereal in the cart, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I have $50. Is that cereal something I really need? I think I have 4 boxes downstairs. Maybe I'll wait till I'm through the freezer section before I commit to that cereal. It's also really nice when you get to the checkout and you have extra left over. It's like, oh, And no, you do not have to go back and spend that. You can put that in your wallet and be all happy. Try it and let me know. Try the cash thing and let me know if this helps you spend more mindfully. Okay, moving on to bills. How do you pay your bills? How much stress do you have when paying your bills? How much time does it take you to pay your bills? How often do you put off paying your bills? All of the following tips are for those of you who have no debt other than a mortgage. By far, aside from any of these tools, the most important thing you can do to manage your financial stress is to eliminate debt. Stop spending above your means. You're an adult. You don't need that dress more than you need the debt. You don't need that new backpack more than whatever it is. Our relationship with money can be a complicated one, similar to our relationship with food or family. I get that. I'm not trying to, that's what I work one-on-one with. There are many tools that I help and I teach to chisel away at debt with one-on-one clients. And I don't address any of those here, but if you are in debt, it's important for you to prioritize getting out of debt, to stop spending above your means. Get a coach to investigate your money mindset, please. Okay? No matter where you are on your journey, these tools, the next tools that I'm going to mention right now, associated with organizing and managing your bills, I hope will be helpful. 1, automate. I get as many of my bills set up to pay automatically as possible. I eliminate the stress that I'll miss a payment or I'll be late by automating it. These days, it's rare that a company doesn't offer this service, so get out your calendar and schedule 1 hour to do this next week. And before that time arrives, start keeping a list of all the bills that you pay, the bills that come in the mail or the bills that you pay online that you actually have to click on and make it happen. I suggest you even have a notepad out on your counter and you start writing down the bills as they come to mind: gas, utility, Netflix, Amazon, whatever it is. Which subscriptions do you have? Which bills arrive in the mail? Write those companies on your list. When your scheduled time arrives next week, that hour, sit down with that list and get to work, warriors. Start with the companies that you already have an online account set up for, because that'll be easier and you'll get rolling, get that momentum rolling. Get onto your profile and you're looking for 2 things. 1, automatic billing. 2, paperless billing. Open a blank doc or get another piece of paper and write down which bills you have being paid when. Automating your billing will save you time and energy by simplifying your bill paying process. I encourage clients to schedule time about 15 minutes each month to look at the bill statement, so you aren't just like automating and not looking at it. You're not neglecting your money or your relationship with money. You're still paying it attention. You're just eliminating some stress by having it automatically pay, and you don't have that extra paper in your life, but then you're still taking time every month to look at the bill statements to make sure they're accurate. They usually are. Okay? Number 3, consolidate. Get very clear about what your different accounts and credit cards are for. Who do you have checking and savings accounts with? Which credit cards do you have? I recommend having 1 credit card that pays all of your monthly subscriptions and nothing else. In fact, I don't even use this card. I don't use this card for other purchases during this month, and I don't even have it in my wallet. It is by my computer. Pay this card's balance in full every month on automatic payment, and I every year will go over what are those things that I have automatically withdrawing every month, like Netflix, Spotify, whatever they are, and just being intentional. Do I still want that? Do my kids still use it, etc. Have 1 card that you use for everything else: supermarket, gas, travel, etc. If you're a business owner, please have a business card and a business checking account that you use for all things business. Do it. It's not that hard. A message that comes up often in my life and my coaching is less is more. When I'm working with clients and I'm working with anyone, less is more. The less we have to worry about, the less stress, everything. You do not need a separate credit card for gas and a separate one for travel. Once you adjust your relationship with money, saving 30 cents a month because of some loyalty points and some gas station will be unnecessary. Consolidate your life for your life so you can live your life. Paying regular price for something is a fine price to pay for your sanity, warriors. I care about you. The more you have to manage, the more stress there is in your life. Remember, you're in charge. So look at your bills and think, where can I consolidate? Number 3, eliminate. For those random times you still get a bill in the mail, resolve to touch that envelope once. Open it and pay it at the same time. Have a place where you keep your checkbook, pen, envelopes, and stamps. Open the bill, write the check, put it in the envelope, stamp that baby. Don't let it take more time than that, all right? Have a place where you file paid bills. After you take automatic step above, you will not have many of these that you need to pay. I have some clients that this almost breaks them out in hives, thinking of this one-stop paying, like they just can't do it right in that moment. They need to give more time to it. If that's you, that's fine. Then choose a day of the week when you sit down and you pay the bills. You need to commit to that time and follow through. So a lot of my clients will say they can't do it right in that moment, and they'll do it one day a week, but then they don't hold true to what they're doing, and then the bills pile up, and that's not what we're looking for. I want you to commit to a day. So I know every Friday I do my invoicing, which is not the same as paying bills, but commit to a day, keep your word to yourself, and do it. Doing what you say you'll do is a powerful way to improve your relationship with yourself and with your money. Okay, warriors, where can your money relationship be improved? What of this post sort of resonated with you? What will you start doing now? I love the app Mint, M-I-N-T, and I have a link for it in my blog because one, it's free, and two, it keeps all of my financial info in one place: credit cards, savings accounts, IRAs, mortgage, which I don't have anymore, but if I don't have anymore because I'm renting, not because I'm credible someday. But all those things in one place, and it's a great way to pay attention to your money and pay respectful attention to that money relationship, so you always know what's coming in and going out. Our life experience is all about what we think about what's happening, not what's actually happening. Money is no different. How you think about money will impact how you feel about money, the actions you take with money, and the results of money in your life. So pay attention, be intentional, and reach out for me if you need my help. If you liked this post or this, however you're watching it and listening to it, please share it with a friend, someone that might gain something from simplifying their financial life too. I do. And let me know in the comments, or somehow click a picture and share it on your Instagram story, tag me, or send it to them. An email, there are lots of ways to share. Sharing is caring, and it helps me because I am here to help you. And the more yous that I can help, the better for me. Okay, guys, have a great one. It's the end of July here, 2018. So if it's as hot where you are as it is here, enjoy. Keep drinking that water. Bye.